Hiya friends. All right, today we made something special for Dale and it was a surprise and I let him name it. You'll see why in the video, but we're calling it Maple Spring Pecans and I think you guys, seriously, you're gonna be over the moon for them. Welcome back to the kitchen with Tabby. Let's get cooking. All right friends, before we put this recipe together, this is a copycat of a little snack that Dale found in an airport. He sent me a picture of the little bag of snacks and he said, I want to get some of these. And I said, okay. So I got online on Walmart and they didn't have them in store. You could only have them shipped and it was very expensive shipping. So I thought, well, let me try someplace else. So I got on Amazon and I looked on Amazon. So the bag itself is about $4, a little over $4 a bag, I think. And it's called Valdosta Pecans. I don't know why that's what they're called, but that's the name of them, Valdosta Pecans. And I think it's Sue Hale or Say Hale, I don't remember. I'll tag them though, because if they watch this, I would love to know why they are so expensive to ship. Because on Amazon, I found the bag, again, a little over $4 a bag, but it's also over $4 to ship it per bag. So each bag ends up being way over $8. He wanted 8 bags and it was going to be like $41 shipping. And I said, I can't do that. That's crazy. I'm not going to pay $41 shipping. So I looked at the ingredients list and I've kind of come up with my version of it. And we're going to put this together and see if it's any good. If it's not, you won't see this video. So if you're watching this, then you know that they turned out and they are delicious. So let's get them put together. So like I said, they're called Valdosta Pecans on the package. But of course, I don't want to call them that. So I will come up with some other name, but this is how it's going to go. Let's put them together. So I've got my big bowl here and I've got my delicious Preheat pecans. So I'm going to take about 3 cups of these Preheat pecans and put them in my bowl here. And you guys know I roast my own pecans. I like to roast them myself. Dale really likes them when I roast them, and I usually just use butter and sea salt on them. That's all I do. So that's we're kind of going to do that same method. We're going to roast them, but I'm going to add a lot of other good stuff to it. So, all right, so I've got my pecans in there. Next thing I'm going to add is some maple sugar. Now, that's different than what it showed on the ingredients list. The ingredients list just said cane sugar, but I thought some maple sugar would be good. So this is my pure maple sugar from the LM Sugar Bush. And I'm going to put about, probably 2 tablespoons of the maple sugar. And then we're also going to put, I have about 1/3 of a cup of maple syrup in here, but is that right? Did I do 1/3? A little more than 1/3, but I probably won't use it all. So I'm going to pour a little bit of this on here. Next thing, we're going to put in some cranberries. So obviously craisins, these are dried cranberries. And I'm going to do, let's see, since this is all kind of a test, I'm really not sure. I'm going to just do it by eyeball, but I want to measure too so that you guys can kind of know how many I used. That's 3/4 of a cup. I think I'm going to do just 1 cup. We'll do 1 cup of the cranberries. And after we get it all mixed together, I'll see if we need to add any more. All right, the next thing we're going to do is about 1 teaspoon of some sea salt. Of course, you could do more if you like them saltier. And then we're also going to add some restaurant-style black pepper, just to add a little heat. I think I'm going to do just a little bit less than 1 teaspoon of that, just about 3/4 of a teaspoon. And then we're going to add some dried orange peel, which I think that is going to make it so delicious. I'm excited about this one. And I think we'll do about 2 teaspoons of the dried orange peel. Okay. And then the last thing All right, and then the last thing we're gonna do is some of my homemade brown sugar. And I'm just gonna do about 1/4 cup of that. We've already got the maple syrup and the maple sugar in there, so we don't need to go too heavy on the sweet, but we're gonna do about 1/4 cup. And then I have 1 stick of melted butter, 1 whole stick of melted butter. So we're gonna pour that in. And I'm gonna make sure I get every drop of that butter. Okay, so that's everything in there. Now we're just gonna give it a good mix. Get those pecans really well coated. And I actually think I'm gonna add another cup of pecans. So that would be 4 cups of pecans. Yeah, that looks right. I want to make sure our ratio is about right, the cranberry to pecan. Okay, there it is. I can see the little flecks of pepper on there. I can see the little flecks of the orange peel. Now, if you wanted, you could probably take some fresh orange and grate some orange peel if you wanted, but it clearly said dried orange peel on the ingredients list. So that's what I went with, just some organic dried orange peel. And it sure smells delicious. It smells really good. All right, let's get it over here on our pan. And we're just gonna pour this right out onto our parchment lined pan. We're just kind of smooth that out. You just want them kind of in a even layer. There's going to be a few that are going to be on top of each other, but we're just going to kind of smooth those out. I've got my oven preheated to 400 degrees. That's what we're looking like. All right. So I'm going to put this in the oven at 400 degrees, and I'm going to, kind of like I do for my roasted pecans, about 20 minutes, and I'm going to stir them every 5 to 7 minutes roughly, just every little bit. Just kind of take it out and stir them up a little bit and then put them back in. I'm thinking about 20 minutes. That's about how long it takes for my regular roasted pecans, but we'll see how long it takes for these. So it looks delicious and it smells delicious. Let's get it in the oven. All right, got my timer set. I'll take them out and stir them up. When they're all done, I take them out that final time. I will let you know exactly how long they baked or roasted, and we'll give them a taste together. I'll get Dale in here and he'll taste them with us. I'm excited to surprise him with these. All right, I'll be right back. About half a second for you, about 24 minutes for me, roughly. We'll be right back. All right, you guys. Dale just woke up from his afternoon nap after lunch, and he came in the kitchen and said, "What do I smell?" And I showed him what we made for a surprise. So what do you think?
Well, they look great.
He hasn't tasted them yet. I told him he can't taste them.
Fantastic.
What
I'm
do you
tasting
think?
them
Are you excited?
now. I'm very excited. Well, I mean, the others
Dale
were...
doesn't show much excitement, you guys. He's just so mellow.
Well, I mean, the others that we were trying to buy online were ridiculous.
I told him it was $41 to ship 8 bags.
I know, we're
And
pretty proud of them.
I can't do that. I can't pay that, you guys.
So these are tabby pecans.
These are tabby pecans. I haven't decided what I'm going to name them yet, but by the looks of them, I would call them heavenly pecans.
This looks like a really nice little bite right here.
All right, let me get a bite too. Thank you, Lord, for this food. Amen.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I got to get that one with the cranberry.
Yeah, those are really good.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now, I didn't taste the ones that you got at the airport. Does that taste close to the ones you got at the airport?
These are better.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you really meaning that? You mean it seriously?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, these are better.
That is incredible.
It's nice how they kind of stuck together and make it a little bit of a snack size, you know.
As you let them cool on the pan, you just want to mix them up a little bit every now and then so that they don't all stick together. And then they do. I mean, you can see they come apart. They're just, and they're still just a little bit warm.
And there's like cranberry raisins in here.
There's craisins, a little bit of organic orange peel. I used the fresh maple syrup from
really good.
LM Sugar Bush, and I used the pure maple sugar from LM Sugar Bush.
Wow.
It's all organic and natural. Well, the craisins aren't organic, but everything else is.
Yeah.
And the sea salt was sea salt from Mexico.
Really? Yeah.
I've been waiting and waiting to make something with that sea salt.
They're really good, guys.
Yeah. You guys have got to try them. Seriously. What do you think the name should be?
I don't know. I have to give that some thought.
Okay. I'm going to let Dale name them since we made them for him. So, when you guys see the opening part of this video, you will have already seen the name. But as of right now, we don't know what we're going to call them.
Maple spring pecans.
Oh, I like that. So where we live here on our property, we call it Maple Springs because we have so many maple trees and we have 2 natural springs in our pond. So we call our property Maple Spring Farm. So I agree. I think it should be Maple Spring Pecans. There you go, guys.
So they have maple syrup on them too.
Yeah, they have maple syrup and maple sugar, both. That will be in my new cookbook, my maple syrup cookbook.
Well, do yourself a favor and make some of these. They're really good.
All right, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging out with me in my favorite room in the house, making some Maple Spring Pecans. I got to remember that name of it now. Maple Spring Pecans. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you share it with your family and friends. Also, don't forget, Christ is the unseen guest at every dinner table, the silent listener at every conversation. So just make sure those words are
pure and sweet like honey.
Pure and sweet like honey with a mouthful of pecans. Make sure you're lifting each other up, loving on each other, and just shine that light bright, guys, because that's what we're called to do. I love you so much. I hope you get in the kitchen and make some Maple Spring pecans, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.